Welcome back to Hearthside. This is episode 26, and I didn't celebrate last time that we were a quarter of the way to 100. We are getting there. I'm so happy about it. I'm so excited. So, I just wanted to say also, my parents called last night and I had a wonderful conversation with them, and I wanted to address a few things before we continue on with this warehouse. First off, Dad, yes, I did adjust the gears to go a little bit slower, and also, he was worried about what I've been drinking. I've got fruit punch. I've got a lot of fruit punch. So I have been getting enough water, and yes, I can milk the cows, but I do not need to. I've got a few here on my subscriber sign. Honestly, I'll show you that, though. I'll show you that we can milk them. Yep. Now I have some milk if I need it. And we're pulling up to the warehouse now. Oh my goodness, what a sight. You see the additional stripe of blue? I just felt like that for this ceiling. And we have an elevator, and we have an interesting elevator. This elevator is powered by a sticky mechanical piston. It'll go up, take a stop for a minute, and then head back down. So all of these inventories here, in this room, and the room above are attached by trim that's going kind of down the center. You see the inventory trim up top, and I'll show you upstairs. We have a few of these jungle ceiling lamps. They're delightful. And then we have this room here. These storages are also connected to the floors below. Inventory trims, right here, as you can see, and right here, as you can see. So, the upstairs, the attic, is probably going to be a living space of some sort. I was going to make it another storage. I think I'll take these barrels back and make a sort of living quarters area. I like the way I kept the beam in here, and I changed the colors as we moved through, because this room might be kind of orange themed, to contrast the blue down here. That magic wood worked really well with sandstone and oak. I am surprised at how nice it looks. Oh, and look at these curtains. Aren't they cute? They do this. Love it. I did make the elevator like a smidgen tall, but I like it. I could probably hide this link, but I'm fine with seeing it for now. And so that's what we have so far. We know we need to get delivery into our storage interfaces and such. Look at those tropical fish. How cute. And from our little barge that's going back and forth. So first off, let's look over and see what we can do about the inventory aspect. Import or export from your inventory network. I think that's what we're looking for. A basic inventory hopper. Okay, so I figured it out. It took me a second. I put an inventory connector on this side because I didn't want to where this crafting terminal was. And I have framed inventory cables that make their way down into the floor, down and around, and to this basic inventory hopper. I reconnected the trims in an alternate way up underneath these here. So this basic inventory hopper, anything that goes into this barrel is going to sort itself out through the inventories. You can see it being sucked out of that and into these, which can be accessed through here. I'm gonna double check that it can access the upper floors, but then after that, I'm gonna decorate those, and we've got a working inventory system here. Except these barrels, I'm not gonna lie, do not attach to anything, they are just there. I plan on doing that with a lot more crates and such. Come back, elevator, don't leave me. Did I just put oak planks up there? Oak stairs. And I do not see the oak stairs, which means something went wrong somewhere. I may have to put inventory connectors up there as well. Ah, there's oak planks right there. So we do have inventory trims up here, so why did I not see that? Elevator, stay up here. I'm gonna toss these items in. See, it connects via inventory trim up there, and I know I have an inventory connector back there. Ah, I do see my milk bucket. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Let's check the other side, make sure everybody's connected up. I'll put the empty bucket in that side and some nether wart. Right here and right here. Run back over to my elevator. So off of whatever you have, if you're wanting to use the crafting terminal, which is the whole struggle I just had, was so that I could use that terminal if I were to come back here or bind anything to it specifically, then yeah, you'll have to connect, brute force some things with inventory trims all the way around, or cables. I'm certain you could do the cables underground. I just am not competent enough with them, to be completely honest. So, now we're gonna paint this. There we go. And now everything looks normal, and this will just have stuff sorting into it. And yeah, now time for the long and arduous task of me emptying my inventory from Yernshire into this one and reconfiguring my advanced remote setups. So I'll be right back, and then we'll move right along to transport. Oh man, yay! So sorting through your items can end up being a mind-blowingly tiring and mentally exhausting thing to do. And I was doing it the slow way. In all actuality, I could have easily done things in a much different way. So what I did at first was I had both of my controllers, my advanced remote controllers, connected to one and the other. The one in Yernshire and the one in the warehouse in Port Industria. And I was going from one, pulling into my inventory, and then putting the stuff into the warehouse that way. That was the slow way. I figured it out about halfway through and decided to go back to Yernshire and just break the chests instead and take everything and sort it directly into the warehouse from where I stood in my old storage room. Of course, afterwards came organizing, but that was much easier once everything was in the same place. You know, now that we've gotten our warehouse pretty much sorted, we've got to get a few things done still. I think I'm bored and I would like to actually make a boardwalk. For real. Yeah, I feel like it. So we're gonna go do that. We're gonna make a little boardwalk, maybe with a Ferris wheel, some food stalls. I'm not sure how I want to do the food stalls yet. I love the idea of having the food automated, but you know, we'll see. Maybe they just bring it in the trucks, cook it there. We'll figure it out. Food trucks are interesting, aren't they? They feel a little bit insane, like why would you eat from a truck? But at the same time, why would you not eat from a truck? That is a question. I think we're gonna do a boardwalk right along this beach line. Maybe we'll blast a little bit of this out and put one right here, a small one. It's meant to cross shallow waters, you know? We could also do a boardwalk right along here. That's a better idea. We need a bridge from there to there anyway. And we could make a really long, like, separator for the two sides of our island. Kinda, sorta, somewhat. We'll put piers off to the side, maybe short piers, and then the rest of this is recreational water space, and I put some buoys up. I think that's an interesting prospect. Let's head back towards our train station. I was literally just facing it, I think. Yes, over here. Yeah, I think this is enough space to justify a boardwalk. I still need to clean up this land a little bit. And let's make some sidewalks out to here, the boardwalk. Let's get a first draft in, everyone. First, though, I've got to fix this land. It's going to make me crazy. There we go. Material for a sidewalk. I do well with cobblestone, and I have a lot of it. I could use some slabs and mossy. I have a lot of different stone, too. Specifically, a lot of stone brick slabs and a ton of regular stone slabs. Ooh, should I just use those? I think I'm gonna grab them. Let's see if we can make a pattern with them. We're gonna mirror once. We're gonna go along the X. There we go. I'm gonna do something I don't do very often and inset our sidewalk. Now for the actual boardwalk. I think I'm actually gonna go with acacia wood, since I don't use it very often, and I probably have plenty of it. I do. Let's go with a few of these, and let's go with some acacia logs as well. And because you always want to make things a little bit deeper colored under the water, looks like oak might be our way to go on those types of logs. Excellent. So first off, and I think we're just going to go straight across, and where we land is where we land. Okay, this is the standard 5 across, and you know, I'm thinking, first off, we're going to texture this. We're going to make it look much nicer, and also, I'm thinking it may need to be wider, and then we'll have some piers. So I think one more set, make it 7 by 7, or not, well, 7 by 7, 7 across. Wonderful. I think we'll cover a little bit of the middle and give some shade. But I think I'll have, 3 piers on this side and maybe 2 on the other side? No, none on this side. Ski boat area. Over here. Recreational, running around. And on this side, a few piers, maybe some swimming. And if it ever snows in the savannah, which I don't know that it will, maybe some ice skating on occasion. Right, so 3 piers on this side, no piers on that side. All right, so let's bring our wand of symmetry over here, and it doesn't need to be perfect, perfectly centered, but it looks like we're close to having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chunks, which means I can go 1, 2, 3, forward 1 more, and that's about center, but I think I'm going to stick it right on that chunk line. I think we're going to have to drop these down, actually, so that you can actually get onto the piers. I think I want them to have quite a bit in between, maybe 10 spaces? We'll see how that looks. More than that. Yes, I think 15 is enough breathing room. And did I have it be a 5 by? Yes. You know, now that I'm looking at it, maybe 1 pier on this side. If I want to have... Hang on. I saw this on my map. This is going to drive me crazy. Okay. If I want to have, like, a jet ski area, or do I actually want this to be for swimming? How big are we talking here? Okay, that's a pretty sizable area. And now with the piers, this one is less sizable. Honestly, relatively close-ish. Maybe if I pull the piers in a little bit. I mean, that's quite a bit of space for what I imagine is going to be a lot of boating out here and through there and this and that. Yeah, it just feels weird to have 3 on one side and nothing on the other. I think we'll have a 1 over here, and maybe that goes to the Ferris Wheel, so that you can see all of our majesty from atop a perch. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Get back here, Seraphim, come on. I don't think this one is gonna be as big, or as long at least, as the other piers. Maybe it'll even be a little bit bigger to balance out. Right about there? Yeah, let's give it some heft. You know, I think that's good. We're gonna have maybe a few little rides. Goodbye, train. I love that so much. That is so cute. Anyway. Yes. Absolutely. And I think we're going to have... of course, water wheels should power this, but the water is so beautifully still. So I'm wondering if we should do something about that. We'll talk about it. But for now, we've got the basics in. And I mean the bare basics in. So I'll probably start at my Wand of Symmetry. Maybe I split this one in two? I like that. I like that. I like that. Excellent. So anyway, detailing probably after deciding the basics of what we're wanting. I know that I want a Ferris wheel. In all actuality, I am terrified of heights where you can fall, but now that I have these thigh highs on, you know, I don't have to worry about taking fall damage or pain or anything like that. Don't ask me how they do it. We find them, we take them, we use them. No pain on the fall. So, really? Oh. Boardwalks look so otherworldly underwater, and piers, don't they? I love it, but I am also absolutely terrified of it. I don't know why. There's just this Titanic quality, and this isn't even a big one. This is a rather small one. And we have these guys. Just hanging around near shore. I do have a milk bucket and a desire to commit atrocities. I think I'm gonna. These guys are a danger to my villagers. They show up, they raid the place, they take everything, and they're around an endangered species right now. Why is that polar bear in the savannah? Today gets weirder and weirder. That's fine though. I'm getting out a sword. I'm gonna go cause some mayhem and drink off the effects. Like a normal person. Problem solved. Had a tall glass of milk about it. Or really, a tall bucket, but that's besides the point. As a warning for you guys to stay away. Oh man, this is getting more interesting by the second. I am excited and a little bit worried that I'm not going to get this right. Just a touch though. It looks decent already, but I want it to look pretty. So we're gonna have to figure out some things. First off, I need a roof. I need a roof over part of this so that it's not so hot. It is the savannah. It's boiling out here. Right here is where we're going to start. Ah, yes, a shaded place along our boardwalk. I like it. Wonderful. It's so hard not to put stained glass in literally everything. I just feel like I should. My first thought is put stained glass in it. My second thought is quit putting stained glass in things. Oh my goodness. We're gonna get some acacia beams in here. I'm thinking I may... well, maybe beams right over the edges. But we do want a little heft here, so it's kind of tempting just to keep it logs. And then we're going to decorate the logs. Right, so a Ferris wheel. How do I want to make one of those? I also have a lot of these acacia pedestals that I accidentally made. These are what they're like. So they're a little bit rustic, but they're really nice. And we'll figure out what we want to do with those. Probably display food out in front of food stalls and such like that. Let's see. That piece of ice is going to make me insane. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ferris wheel. I kind of want it not central. So we're going to take off that Wand of Symmetry there. I do have some mechanical bearings. And if I remember right... this is the mechanic we're going to use. The entire subcontraction will stay upright. That's what we're aiming for. Perfect. So there is a power source. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. It feels simultaneously big enough and too small. We're going to go with this one for now. And we're going to put this mechanical bearing on it, and we'll do some testing. I'm just doing a first draft, everyone. Don't even think that this is close to the end of it. So that's the very, very basics of the windmill. You get a power source, not windmill, I'm sorry, Ferris wheel. You get a power source. Down low, put in a mechanical bearing that's swinging around some large arms. Can that clear that really well? Barely. Anyway, I should have figured because that's where I placed it in the first place. So yeah, now we're gonna make the actual Ferris wheel look nice and work with us here. Oh my goodness, getting this round egg shape is very difficult. But I think this will work beautifully. I cannot wait to see it higher up. We're going to change up the colors because I was just getting a base down. But after that, yeah, I think we're going to rotate this and do another one exactly the same. I may even take a schematic of it and have the schematic cannon print the rest of the 3 out and change up the colors on them. We will see. But for now, coloration-wise, weirdly enough, I'm aiming towards Umbran. It's got this very, very deep blue, and I think that works really well against the acacia. I might do deep blue and the birch. Yeah, let's play with that idea real quick. Okay, now to rotate this around. And to do that, we're going to use a copper valve handle. Hopefully, this will work out for me. Answer is no. Oh, wait. Except yes. You know, I didn't glue this whole thing on. We've got a lot of blue on this Ferris wheel. Some magic up there. And some Umbran right there. And we've got some pink over there. Oh no, should I actually keep the blue on all of these and only change up that center color? Because man, that acacia looks good like that. Yeah, I might change this one to have blue top and bottom. And that pink stripe, then yellow stripe, then red stripe, then orange stripe. Yes, let's do it that way. And I mean, this being a different color blue is fine, just as long as it sticks with the idea. It's going backwards. And also, I do need to decorate the kind of center point. You know what? I can't tell which way is the right way. I am not going to lie. That's fine, though. It could be going much slower, honestly, because holy moly. Little bit of gear ratioing gave that result, but I think we can go just a smidgen faster. Guys, that's the tree farm. I can see the tree farm from here. And the Blaze Cake farm. At the top of the Ferris wheel. Amazing. Oh no, but getting out is a challenge. I'll need to improve the look of this a little bit more, and I will. But right now, we have it to where we can turn it on and turn it off again using redstone links. And I can pick up my schematic cannon and my random things associated with it. I like it. It was just one of those things that would not leave my head until I did it. And I'm glad I did it. I feel like the circle's not quite exact, but we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. It's gonna be fine. It's nice to have a few projects just kinda hanging out. That little minecart making its way back and forth is so cute. So now we have wood completely taken care of. Next up, we need to take a look at our chunks. Oh my goodness, I'm eating through space so quickly. So this will have to be an area where it just literally only produces items to send out to other areas so that they can later be processed like we're wanting. The warehouse is up here. So next up, You know, I'm thinking andesite. We use a lot of it with Create. We're constantly going through it. Most of my tree farm is in one chunk. It looks like it's really not, but honestly, the actuality of it is this is a stairway. This is almost empty space. This is almost empty space. So most of that tree farm's in that chunk, which is good. We'll move right along to the chunk next to it, and I think we're going to produce some andesite there and start laying in streets. I really do want to lay in streets. Maybe I should triangulate instead, because we have our party barge coming through here, and I will need to get andesite onto that. So maybe we put andesite in this area that we haven't cleared yet, near our subscriber wall. We might put the subscriber wall in another place, guys. I mentioned it before. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just, for now, start getting a andesite building over here in this area. Alright, so for andesite, we can go one of two ways, it looks like. I'm thinking we go with the compacting route. We can get gravel, and so we'll also get cobblestone from this. Gravel and flint and lava. And we have lava nearby in that. Or, alternatively, we can grow it using mystical agriculture and getting stone essence and nether quartz essence, and that would get us absolutely plenty, I'm very certain. But I'm thinking this is the most renewable route, and the lava train delivers lava consistently to 2 different farms. I think that's a good idea. So let's figure that out. Right, so we have lava over in this chunk now, and it's moving very fast because I just stole power off the machine to route it. For real, if you put agave next to beetroot and just let them grow concurrently with each other, you will never run out of sugar if you mix it. Because for real, look at all of this. I have so much agave, and I already composted half that chest. But that's good news, not bad. I would prefer to have extra than not have it at all. And we keep pumping out blaze cakes. When the train comes by again, I will show you what I mean. I think it's getting full on its chest, which is great. But, like I said, we got lava from that tank up there that's in that room. Pulled it out of the building, out the back, underground. And it's snaking all the way over here where we have a small tank set up. We, of course, can get more. But this has 24 buckets in it. And if we're going to produce andesite, we're probably going to need more than 24 buckets worth. But we'll worry about that later. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have today with our big distraction on making a pier and boardwalk. But next time, we'll get to make an andesite and perhaps some stone. We'll probably have a stone processing center if things are working out as I hope. Making things like andesite may be tough, diorite, that sort of thing. We'll figure it out together, though, next time. Thank you for watching, and remember, like and subscribe if you like it, and comment if you really like it, or you really don't, whichever. I love reading from you guys. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.